Welcome back, guys. If you're returning, thank you for your continued support. If you're new here, I hope you like what you see. And as usual, we're just going to dive into it. This is something I've been wanting to get some test rounds on for quite a while. This is the Fusion Firearms XP-Pro. It will say Ermox on it. So Ermox is out of Turkey. They made all the parts. They shipped them to Fusion Firearms in Florida, and then they hand fitted everything. This gun is also not mine. This one is again provided by a buddy of mine. We're going to call him Tay. So shout out to Tay. Thanks for letting me borrow this. So one of the things that really attracted me to this thing, aside from price point, is the fact that they will accept Glock magazines, which I'm a pretty big Glock guy. As you guys know, I like to shoot my OZ9s, which take Glock. So I've got a lot of Glock mags, so getting into a 2011 and having to spend 55 plus bean burritos on magazines is not very appealing. But this thing kind of solves that. This thing is fit super, super well. So everything on this thing is metal. So typically with the 2011, you'll have a polymer grip module, unless it just comes, one of the super high-end ones that comes with metal one. This comes with that. So it is an aluminum module. The frame part up here is steel, slide steel. You know, it's really nice bull barrel. They do come with two optic plates. One of them, obviously, Trijicon RMR. The other one is RMSC. So you could do an EPS or something like that if you wanted to carry this thing. As you can hear, I mean, this thing is just super nice. I want to say Tay has probably somewhere around 600-700 rounds to this thing so far. Zero malfunctions. So really, really nice. The trigger on these things, there isn't an over travel set screw, which that kind of sucks, but this trigger is super, super good. So, I mean, I want to say that's maybe 3 pounds. The reset's super short, tactile. You can feel it, you can hear it. So this trigger, I've felt one of these things brand new, and the brand new trigger is very good. After he shot it, it has got even better. So pretty impressive little gun. See how the X300 fits on there. So it is a little loosey-goosey, but it does fit on there. I can reach the controls pretty easy. But nice thing about this is I've got a holster out here. So we have got a Safariland holster that I have used for 1911 with an X300. Actually, this will work with X300 or a TLR1 HL from Streamlight. So anyway, we're empty, safety on. Goes all the way in there. It even locks in. So this has got the little thumb button. So I'm not sure about standard, like without a light holsters, probably not. But if you had a holster and you like to run a light and you put a light on this gun, it's going to probably fit most holsters that you can find. All right, so we're around 20 yards. We're just going to get our first rounds through it. We're going to run it without a light just to get a full effect of what it's like. We are running right now. This is a Magpul Glock P mag. And we'll see how it does. Let me make sure. All right, dots on, let's go. Pretty nice, pretty smooth recoil and pulse. Yeah, shoot that pretty fast, as you can see. Like, those were some pretty crazy splits, I'm not gonna lie. So let's run over to the other steel array, shoot another mag through it, see how it does. So this is the magazine that came with the gun. It is not an actual factory Glock mag. I'm not sure. It doesn't have any markings on it. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a KCI, which is Korean. Yeah, I've had some of those mags work, some of them don't. Overall, I don't trust them. So we're loaded up. So let's just run some steel. Ew, this thing is accurate. Really accurate. let's find out how accurate. All right, same as the CC P10C ported, we are at about 10 yards. Let's do the same thing. Let's shoot 10 rounds. I'm actually going to turn the dot down. I think I actually shot 11, or no, I think I shot 10. So let's go take a look. So here we have it. I think a lot of that was me. I do have less rounds. Overall, my group size, I think, is smaller than it was with CZ, but we do have a dot and a crazy, crazy good trigger on it. So 7 yards, just like we did with CZ P10C ported. We're gonna run a bill drill. It's kind of a shame I don't have my shot timer out here, because so far I've got some pretty insane shot splits with this thing. So it'll be actually interesting to see, you know, what those are. So anyway, let's run it first, just with no light or anything. Kind of stuttered there, but not bad. Let's go take a look. All right, so we actually have all alphas. This one is a line break, but it barely breaks the line, with the most of the round being in the A, so that's line perf, totally counts. So yeah, that's pretty good. Granted, I did kind of stutter there a little bit, so that might have something to do with it. So anyway, let's go back, let's break out the OZ9 again and run it on here, and then we'll run the XP Pro with a light on it and see if that makes a difference. All right, OZ9. We're gonna run it as I usually run this. We still have the AIM surplus ported barrel in there. Let's get a round loaded. We are still shooting the STV 124 grain out of both guns. Make sure dots on and everything. All right, let's go. All right, that was actually pretty good. Let's go take a look. All right, so we've got, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I've got one Charlie. So I did have a Charlie with the OZ9 and running a light on it. So yeah, overall though, I mean, again, this being a pretty heavy gun, it didn't feel like quite as much muzzle flip, but I don't know, the proof's in the pudding there. So I did better with the XP Pro. Let's mark these, put the Surefire on the XP Pro, and run another one. All right, 7 yards again. We got the underbite going on. All right, let's see if this X300 makes a big difference running another bill drill with the XP Pro. I don't think so. Let's go take a look. So I slung a lot of these over to the right. I think we got 2 rounds here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The spread is roughly the same. I was just over to the right. Definitely probably me, but yeah, that one wasn't too good. If you could just scoot these over, that would have been an amazing run. So I do kind of feel like the X300 did a little bit. I don't know. I don't notice it as much on this gun, I think, because it's already relatively heavy versus, like, say, the P10C ported, which was a light polymer frame gun. I could really, really tell. But just for the sake of this thing fitting in my holster and our performance here, let's run the rest of the day with the X300 on it. So I'm not used to drawing and taking off a manual safety so much. I usually run Glocks. So this is gonna be a little bit different for me. Didn't get the mag seated all the way. Man, you can run this gun so fast. All right, we're over here at our other array of steel where I've got my 8-inch gong. We're just gonna shoot some steel. I'm gonna try and do a reload and try and not mess it up. Ah. Oh, we did have a slight failure to go into battery there, but mag pull magazine. Typically, I know I've harped on mag pull on this channel in the past. Mag pull is not my favorite mag, especially when it comes to AKs and Glock. I've just had, even in an actual Glock pistol, I've had malfunctions out of these magazines. That's why they're just range magazines. And yeah, all I had to do there is like move the slide a little bit and it went right home. I didn't have to hammer the back of the slide or anything. So I'd also like to say, being a 2011, this thing is seemingly almost bone dry. All right, 10 yards. We are loaded. We've got the Texas Star there. So let's see how clear or how quick we can clear this thing. Dude, that's fast. That was really good. Yeah, let's try it again. All right, let's try it again. Load it up. Let's see if we can go as fast as we did last time or run it as clean. Here we go. Ah, one miss. Man, those first few, pretty good. All right, load it up. Let's try and do some of the USPSA stuff that I like to do, where we're gonna come up, fire some rounds, normal, then we'll do strong hand, support hand. Typically, with 1911s, I'm not crazy about this ambidextrous safety. It's just because I almost always shoot right-handed, but that's gonna come in handy when we go to switch hands. So anyway, less talk, more shoot. Gonna try a plate rec. Miss. Got it. Got it. Got it. Again, 15, 20 yards. Empty mag. One round, one round. So we got our last 3 rounds. We have burned through the 200-ish rounds on this thing really fast, because as you can see, you can shoot this gun stupid fast and be pretty accurate with it while doing so. For a 4-inch gun, it shoots really nice and not being ported or anything. So we're just going to try and do 3 reloads here just to see if I can manage to do those without messing them up. Here we go. I'm gonna go for my 5-inch. Got it. All right, we're empty. So ran really good, except for the one single malfunction, which I'm not 100% sure wasn't due to the magazine, because it was a mag pull magazine. All right, we are done shooting all the ammo through this Airmox. See if I can get all these in the picture here. So lots of mags. What do I think about the Fusion XP Pro? For the money, this thing is insane. I've shot quite a few 2011s. I've shot several staccatos, including the XC. The XC was a very nice shooting gun, although the XC is almost 4 times the price of the Airmox, and I don't feel like it shot 4 times as good. So you got to ask yourself, where is that extra money? Like, where's that coming from? Fusion Firearms has been making some really, really nice 1911s for a long time. So this thing, like, again, it's just so smooth. There's no rattle to it, and it runs so well. We'll point out here, I don't know if you guys can see, there is finish wear already coming off on the safety. So I want to say, after all the rounds I put through it today, this gun is pretty close to 1,000 rounds, if it's not already there yet. We haven't had any problems with the optic losing zero ever since Tay zeroed it. So, like, the Mac that kind of imitates the Staccato XC, they're notorious for the plate and especially the screws being absolute trash, and they are. I've worked on one of those for a customer before. Garbage. For a similar price point, this is leaps and bounds a better pistol than the Mac. Like, unbelievably better, and it's shorter and not ported. That said, with these cutouts in the slide, you can get on Fusion Firearms website and buy a drop-in ported barrel. I believe they're about 220 bean burritos, so really not too bad. Thing I'm gonna point out, a lot of 2011s come with just a standard slide stop, slide release, whatever you want to call it. And this one is a little bit elongated, so it is very easy to hit without having to alter your grip. So, like, we're empty now. I'm not going to change my grip at all. I can get that. Granted, again, I've got big monkey hands. So, while we're talking about that, we're still empty here. Mags seem to fall free. I would try and scoot that or get a larger mag release if I was going to say run this for competition. I do have to alter my grip a little bit. So if I'm having to alter my grip a little bit, a lot of you guys are probably going to have to alter your grip, because again, monkey hand. The texture on the back strap and the front strap, real nice, fairly aggressive. I prefer that. That way my hand is not sliding around. It has been slightly misty today, so I've gotten some moisture on the gun here and there. I've not had any problems. The grip texture on the side, it's not bad. I would prefer if it was this all the way around, personally. But yeah, I think it, honestly, I think it feels pretty good. As you guys may have noticed, she's got a pretty nice flared magwell. I've seen, me personally, I'm a big fan of it. I really like it. We've got one of these things brand new in the store that I'm the manager of, and my customers are 50-50 on it. Some of the guys absolutely hate it. Some of the guys love it, like I do. Most of the guys that hate it are the guys that probably wouldn't run a magwell on anything to begin with, so keep that in mind. But if you're going to run competitions, I mean, this thing, and as I fumble one, this thing is great. I mean, it's hard to miss, even though I just did. But wrap things up, at the minimum advertised price point on one of these things being 1,050 bean burritos, for the quality of gun that you receive, it's a no-brainer. This thing is amazing for that price point. The trigger is just so good. It shoots super well, pretty flat. If it were me, I would probably look into the ported barrel, see if I could shoot it get it to shoot a little bit flatter. I don't know if I would suggest this for a carry gun. Just that super light trigger pull kind of weirds me out if I'm going to be carrying appendix. But I do know that Fusion is working on a 5-inch version of one of these things with integral comp. So when that thing comes out, it is probably going to be absolutely ridiculous. I personally prefer the little bit longer slide, and already having that comp, like I just mentioned, I would be paying for a ported barrel. I'm probably going to hold out for one of those, but honestly, I think I may buy one of the 5-inch comped ones whenever they're released. So to wrap it up, for the price point, I feel like this is one of the best values on the market. I've seen a lot of T-Sauce be pretty good, but this has no MIM parts in it at all. for a few hundred bean burritos more than a T-Sauce. It is less money than a Prodigy. Again, Prodigies will have MIM parts in there. This one doesn't. This is fitted better than a Prodigy. You've got the benefit of running factory Glock mags. Glock mags are about 25 bean burritos a piece, brand new, versus $55+ or bean burritos a piece. So the value is definitely there. If you guys are looking into one of these things, I say go for it. This thing is awesome. So thanks for stopping by. If you're thinking about grabbing one, grab it. If you like what you saw, like, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.